Hey everyone, my name is Gabe, and as you saw in the title, I am 20 years old with no friends. Let's talk about the people I actually do hang out with and that I do consider friends. That would be my girlfriend, my cousin, as well as my roommate, and then a few childhood best friends. I don't hang out or talk to my childhood best friends nearly as much as I want to, which is partially my fault, but at the same time, we are growing up and are starting to live out our lives, so it is something that is expected. But growing up, I was one of the weird kids, so I didn't really have many friends. In fact, I was the one who was getting bullied and getting picked on by everyone, getting called weird. In fact, I was the one who was getting called the weird YouTube kid because I was vlogging myself and trying to make gaming videos and whatnot, so that gives a rough picture of what type of kid I was growing up. I'd say a decent amount of friends growing up. I had my friend group in elementary school, obviously in middle school, but once I hit high school, it was a little bit different because I ended up switching school districts. Technically, I was in a different district than what I was supposed to be, so all of my friends from middle school went to a different high school than I did. So it was technically kind of like a new start. There's a few people I did know, but like most cases, we ended up growing up and finding different friend groups. So it was up to me to make new friends. And honestly, it's like the one thing I'm bad at. Like, I'm horrible at networking. That is like the number one thing that I just cannot do. For whatever reason, for the life of me, I just cannot make a friend to save the life of me. I was able to make friends. I had a friend group freshman year, and sophomore year got smaller, and I ended up having different friends. And obviously, my friend group looked different every year. But one thing I did notice is it got smaller and smaller. It went from 10, 15 people down to a little less than 10, down to like less than 5 people. So by the end of the year, senior year, it was literally me, maybe like 3 or 4 friends. Now, the difference between school friends and like actual friends is you don't really hang out with school friends outside of school. You're there, you're hanging out at school, everything's fine, but once school ends, you guys don't really talk, you guys don't really hang out, you don't do much. Maybe you'll play video games together, but for the most part, you're just school friends. Real friends are, you're hanging out, you're actually planning stuff to do stuff together, and you can tell like there's an actual connection. So once I graduated, literally nobody kept in touch. Now, I did keep in touch with a few friends, every now and then we'd hang out, but recently I haven't hung out with anyone in probably a good couple months, honestly. I've just been doing my own thing, sitting at my desk, playing my video games, going to work, keeping it really simple, honestly, but it is a little hard for me to not help but notice how it would be a little bit better to spend a bit of my free time with someone else. Like I said, I do have a girlfriend and whatnot, and I spend a lot of time with her. In fact, I spend every weekend with her. We have something planned, like our anniversary, we do something big for that, so we have that, but I'm just meaning like an actual friend, I can sit down with, hang out, talk to, not even about drama or anything, just actually just talk to and not feel like I'm wasting their time and that they'd rather do something else or that we actually have to do something. Just some examples, like I never really got invited out to parties, or I never went to a bonfire. I didn't go to the lake like with a group of friends until after I graduated high school, so I never really got to experience that. And at some points it does make me feel a certain way. And I'm not saying this to ask for pity from other people or whatnot. This is purely a way for me to just express how I'm feeling and to get this off my chest. But I think the number one thing that really got me to realize how little people, I don't want to say care about me because obviously people care about me, but how little people appreciate me, I could say. I recently just turned 20 last week. It's actually closer to 2 weeks ago now, but I turned 20, and every year I typically am like, oh, people are not going to tell me happy birthday. People are not, and I typically worry, but it's for no reason at all because, I go to school, everyone tells me like, yo, happy birthday, dude, everyone knows, and it's something that I can just brush off as, oh, I'm just worrying for no reason. Well, this year passes, and technically, this would be my second year out of high school, and I just had this feeling that not many people were going to say anything to me. So, my birthday passes. Some of the big things that stick with me is, number one, out of all of the people that I have on like my social media and out of all of the old friends that I have from, years of going to school with them, less than 10 people reached out, told me happy birthday. No one really planned anything. No one got me anything. I didn't get a gift. Obviously, my girlfriend got me something, but I'm talking about my friends. No one really got me a gift. No one planned anything for me. I didn't get a surprise. But a big thing that stuck with me was my best friend texted me telling me happy birthday and then was like, oh, we should do something. So I was like really going to leave it up to him to plan something because I was like, man, I don't want to plan anything. It's my birthday. I don't want to have to do that work. I just want to chill. And he immediately starts talking about recording a video. I don't know. I just got this weird feeling. I was like, wow, like at the moment, it seems like his priority was more about that video than my birthday. And that really stuck with me. And in fact, we haven't really talked since then until today when he sent out another message for his video. That's something that just, I don't know. It doesn't really sit right with me that it just seems like he's more worried about his video and what he's wanting to do with that than doing something with me. He hasn't planned to hang out with me. He hasn't offered to be like, hey, you want to come over? You want to do something? And like I said, it was for my birthday. I'm not going to ask someone, hey, can I come hang out for my birthday? I think that's like pretty much begging someone to ask to hang out with them. I'm not going to beg you to hang out with me on my birthday. And so when he didn't reach out or anything like that, and it's been almost 2 weeks, like I said, I don't know. It just doesn't really make me feel good, and it makes me feel very underappreciated. Like I said, the only gift I got was for my girlfriend, and then obviously my mother did something. We went out, and normally we go out to dinner every year, but this year we went out to Dave & Buster's because it was something that I recommended, and I thought it'd be fun, and it was. My girlfriend got me a gift. She got me a little gift basket, and it had some clothes. It had something for a video that I could record as well, so it was really neat. And besides that, I just feel like I'm not appreciated by anyone and that I don't bring any value to anybody's life. I know those are negative thoughts that I shouldn't be getting myself focused onto and that I should try to remain positive, but it's really hard to help myself from thinking those things when I get reminded every day that, oh yeah, nobody really gives a fuck about me. In most cases, I just have to suck it up, be a man, keep moving forward, but it just gets hard. It gets hard to deal with this and to not take this out on other people and to not get frustrated when it just seems like nobody cares about anything that I do or anything that I'm interested in. And as of right now, off the top of my head, I could not tell you a time where someone truly went out of their way for me. I truly felt like they did something specifically just for me. They don't get anything from it. They just did it because they wanted to see me happy or wanted to see me in a good mood. That is like the biggest thing, and that is just something that every day I think about. Every day I try to wonder what I could do better to get people to like me or to have people be like, hey, this dude's pretty cool, I should hang out with him. I should actually talk with him, keep in touch with him, but I don't know what I would be able to offer to even get people to think that about me. So, yeah, that's all I have for this rant. Thank you for listening to me. I'll see you later.